Well, good morning. This is Papa Guac here, and we're now on day 5. And a few moments ago, when I just came out here, I noticed Mr. Green was sitting on this chair. So I went to go get his mealworms, and I was going to see if I could get him to eat from my hand. And when I came back, he was gone. But that's what he does. I'll see him 1 second, and then he's gone the next. And honestly, lately he's been kind of distant. He hasn't been eating from my hand, so I've just been leaving mealworms nearby for him to eat. I know he's eating them because they disappear, but got a couple of Cuban anoles, a male and a female. Sitting there on that chair. I had a mealworm in my hand and I dropped it just now. I was gonna walk over to those and give it to them, but I don't know where this mealworm went. It was in my hands. They just kind of squirted out of my hands, and it's gone. And now that lizard's gone. And the female, she's still down there. I'll try to get another mealworm. I don't know what the deal is. They just kind of they're not slimy, they're dry, but they're smooth, so they can tend to squirt out of your hands. And I'd like to notice also here her turtle scratching, so she is letting me know that she is hungry and that she wants to be fed. So we will get to her in just a moment. I'm gonna swing back over here to the anoles, and it's been a while since I've fed them from hand. I'm gonna give it a go though. And hey guy, how are you? I have oh, he's licking his chops already. I can see his mouth moving. I got a mealworm for you if you want. Interested? My goodness. I mean, really. Who has the privilege of being able to see this greatness? This is just unbelievable. It's so beautiful. Well, he'll eat his mealworm up. He'll just gobble it right on up. It just never, ever, ever gets old. It really doesn't. It never gets old. I love wildlife. I'm stuck in a place where I've got our lizards to feed, but it's okay. I have turtle. She likes to be fed. She gets over rambunctious, and she accidentally bit me the other day. Silly girl. I don't have any more big shrimp in here, so I have to find her some kind of a treat, like a piece of cheese or something. But come on, baby. Come, I got your food. You see how she comes? Isn't that fantastic? It's just unbelievable. There she is, scratching because she is hungry. She feed me. She's funny. She looks up instead of looking down where the food is at. She takes her a little while to look upwards and realizes that the food is actually down in front of her. Well, just in time to interrupt my program, An Airplane. Whether it be devotional readings or just speaking about an animal, we have airplanes constantly. And Sarge, he's crying for some reason. Why are you crying? What's the matter? What's wrong? Are you okay? Oh, now we're being camera shy. We bark all day and we bark all night, but now all of a sudden we're on film and we want to be camera shy, huh? Hey, why do we want to do that? Hilarious. This old boy, he likes to bark. And bark it is that he does. But you put this camera here, and look at him. Camera shy, not quite so perky. Hey, come on. I don't know what it is with animals. Some of them, they actually get camera shy. And Sarge here, he's one of them. He gets camera shy. But he's a good old boy. But he's old and he's sick, and sadly he's crippled, but you know, he gets by. He does good. He has life to him. He wants to live, so we don't put him down. We make his life as comfortable as possible, and you know, he fares well. Well, I left off with Turtle, and as you can see, she was going frantic as if she hasn't eaten her whole life, and look at all these little pellets floating on the top that she didn't even touch. That's how she does, like, you know, most animals, like any dog or cat. They come around begging for food and stuff, and because their bowl is empty, and you fill it up, but they just nibble on a little bit, you know, and then that's it. They just, it's just the thought of knowing that it's there, that psychological thought of knowing that their food supply is there. Reptiles, believe it or not, do the same thing as your dog or your cat do. I find it amazing. You know, they seem emotionless, and that they really have no personalities, but it's very much quite the opposite. They very much have personality, and they're all unique in their own ways, and you know, they're all good. I mean, she wants to play. She wants to play. She probably wants me to put the hose into the pool, which I'll do that towards the end of this video here. I'll put the hose in the pool and let you see her wrestle around with the pool, the hose a little bit and stuff. But she's just she's fantastic. You know, she's just no different than a dog, no different than a cat, and yes, high maintenance. She comes with high maintenance, but so does your cat, so does your dog. But of the three, cats are the lowest of maintenance. They tend to take care of themselves. Dogs are high maintenance, turtles are high maintenance, but cats, low maintenance. Love cats. Absolutely love them. So, I'm going to do a full walk of the property today and discuss different things that I intend on doing today. Today is day 5, and on day 5, which falls on Thursday, is the day that I cut the grass. Now last week, if you remember, I cut the grass on Friday. I can't remember why I didn't do it on Thursday. It was either because it was raining, or it was because I wasn't feeling well, one or the other. But in any event, I didn't cut the grass on Thursday. I ended up cutting it on Friday along with bushes. I saved that video, and I'm going to use it for tomorrow, day 6. So I will incorporate last week's day 6 in with this week's Day 6. As you can see, I fed the tadpoles as well, and they're all doing good. You can see some of them, they are getting big, but still no legs. But there's one right there. Yeah, he just ran and hid. But they're getting big. You know, I can't wait till they get legs and start hopping around. I'm just so impatient, but you gotta let Mother Nature do her thing in her time. I still need to fix this fence down here, but I'm going to use this break to my advantage because I get a lot of water pooling over here. So I'm going to go ahead and take those pieces off that are broken right there. And what I'll end up doing is taking my saw and cutting the bottom part here. And then I'll just remove some of the dirt on the other side of the fence that has built up, which will allow the water to escape to make its way towards the east of the community where the community drain, storm drain, is located. So that's the plan. I have various holes like that right there punched in the fence, which I did several years ago. The Lord gave me the idea to do that, and it's proven to be successful. However, over the course of time, it is also proven to, like anything, get jammed up and clogged up, like any kind of drain. You know, different than your bathtub and the hair in it, you know, that people leave behind after the shower and then don't pick it up and throw it away. That's kind of like a little pet peeve of mine, you know. If you take a shower and you leave hair in the bottom of it, pick that junk up and throw it away. Don't leave it for the next person. That's just rude. But anyway, that's just my personal thought. Hey, I got a plane visiting me again. Oh, I love it when they come and visit me. Insert sarcasm all over the place here. I can't stand these planes. Oh Lord, they drive me nuts. But what can I do? The Lord has me where He wants me to be. So it's a test of my patience. And I have to remain cheerful. And I am blessed with where I'm at, even though these planes fly by and annoy me. God has me exactly where He wants me to be. I've tried on numerous occasions to leave this community, and for one reason or another, God keeps bringing me back. And finally, I think probably like 3 years ago, I just finally came to the conclusion and the understanding and the acceptance that this is where God wants me to be. I'm not in control. He keeps putting me back here. So, hello plane, another one. Is how it is when I speak about God. Those distractions. Which, as a matter of fact, I have a video that's going to be released tonight at 7 p.m. About that. I call it demonic distractions, because that's what that is. When you speak about the Word of God, the demons are always trying to distract you and pull your attention away from what is most important, which is the Word of God. And on top of it all, having a brain tumor, I am very forgetful. I can be speaking about something, and when I get distracted, my thought goes away, and that's what just happened. Whatever it was that I was just speaking about, I have completely forgotten what I was saying to you, so I have to stop now, and I have to move on. And so the demon was successful in distracting me from sharing the Word of God with you, and I am very sorry for that. If you're watching this, please pray for me that the Lord strengthen my mind and to keep my thoughts and to protect me from demons of distraction that prevent me from being able to share the Word of God with you. But in the immortal words of Freddie Mercury, the show must go on. So we shall continue. I do have to continue clearing the base of the fence here. I never got around to doing that yesterday. I was exhausted from being up for so long, and I just spent the rest of the afternoon just resting, sleeping. Man, I just got really dizzy standing up. That's one of the side effects of the tumor, is if I stand too quickly, I get very dizzy. Sometimes to the point that I may pass out. Other times it's mild, like right now, where I can feel the dizziness, but I don't feel like I'm going to fall over. But I do need to take a moment to kind of regather myself. But the Lord brought me to a place of a weed. Now this weed here is called Spanish nettles. It produces a little white flower. The center of the flower is yellow. And it's actually an edible weed. You can use it in your salad. You can eat the flowers. But it is edible. So we had a rabbit at one point, and I would feed him these nettles because I was driving one day and I noticed a wild rabbit, a jackrabbit, out in the field eating this stuff. So it had me thinking, well, this rabbit is eating this stuff and he's okay. What is it? Can I give it to my rabbit? And I learned that yes, I can. I can give it to my rabbit. My rabbit will eat the Spanish nettle. And in the process of learning that, I also learned that it's also edible for human consumption. So if you see Spanish nettles, grow your own food, live on the wild. You don't have to discard it or spray it with Roundup or kill it or pull it or anything. You can actually harvest it and add it to your salad. Research it. Google it for yourself. It's called Spanish nettle. And you can eat it, and it's got lots of vitamins and nutrients, and it's good for you. So at your own leisure, research that. Spanish nettle. It's a little beautiful little flower. It's with white petals and yellow in the center. And as we make our way through the property today, I'll see if I can find one that's in bloom that I'll be able to show you. But it's a pretty wildflower, but it's also an edible wildflower, which is very important, especially in the world that we live in now, where things are so uncertain, and we're going to come to a point where we're going to have to grow our own food, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves. So, of course, God, it being in control, will be the one that blesses us with food. But we do have to do our part. We can't just walk by that weed and pluck it out and throw it on the ground. We pluck that weed and throw it into the refrigerator and then into our stomachs. That's how we do our part. God has given us every plant to eat. Well, not every. Some are poisonous, but in the beginning, He gave us every plant to eat. But Spanish nettle. Spanish nettle is a wild plant, edible, and you can eat it. I was lucky enough to get the neem oil onto all of the plants, and with no rain. So that should be able to take care of this little veiny problem here. It should take care of the aphid problem that I have going on in the back, and our food will be growing. Here's my last of the tomatoes. last of that generation, first of the next and the new generation. This little piece of growth right here, they call a sucker. In the past, I would take those off because they tend to draw energy from the tomato growth of the tomato that's growing here. I'll go ahead and I'll take this one off just for the sake of whatever, of showing this video. But now, because I've taken that off, the energy of the plant will not focus on that branch any longer. It will focus on these flowers and allow it to produce tomatoes. Here's another little sucker that is developing. I'll take it off because, as you can see behind it, there's flowers that are beginning to develop. So, Lord willing, God makes things grow. Again, this is in His hands. So, Lord willing, this guy will give us some tomatoes. All the rest have done really well, but they served their time, they've died off, and that's that. When I was walking, I see back there I have a couple of red ones that look like they're ready to come off, so I'll tend to those in a little while. The onion scraps that I had, I planted in this pot here. I planted an onion right there, and I also planted an onion right here. Like I say, I like to do companion planting. They all work together. They all take care of each other. And again, onion is a type of a plant that insects tend not to really care for, so it assists in pest control and keeping insects away. My basil, which tends to grow fairly easily, is dying off. These were propagated. You can see that it had developed some roots, but then this awful heat just took its toll and killed it. So can't do much about that. I can't do anything about that. I can only pray for them. That's all I can do. Pray for your plants. Sweet potatoes and grow wild in this pot are doing well, and hey, I just noticed that I have another little green pepper that's growing here, right there. So that's pretty cool. And this little guy here, he's starting to turn yellow. Honestly, the sun is blinding me. Again, I'm in a position where I don't know when I'm filming. So forgive me if the camera's focused somewheres, but I literally have the sun beaming down into my right eye, which I'm half blind in my right eye. So the little bit that I can see is being blinded by the sun. But I'm blessed that I can see it all, so I'm not complaining. But I am informing you that if the camera tends to be in some weird position, that's why. It's because of the sun. The sun is east of me, and it is just full blast in my face. I have several pepper plants that are growing down inside of here, and then mixed along with basil. Look down here, I have another little teeny tiny baby pepper growing, which is pretty cool. But again, it's small. It's not doing anything. I've fertilized these things, but honestly, the only thing I can think of is that these sweet potatoes are just sucking the energy. And oh, by the way, sweet potato leaves, I think I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. The leaves of sweet potatoes are edible. You can eat them. But the leaves of a regular potato, or a red potato, a white potato, those kind of things, you cannot eat. They are poisonous. They will hurt you. They will make you sick. However, sweet potato is different. Sweet potato, you can eat. It's edible. You can mix it with salad, and it's good to eat. So don't, again, discard those kind of foods, especially as we begin to approach bad times. You want to salvage as much food as you can. You want to be able to be self-sufficient. So eat sweet potato leaves. Any other kind of potato, do not eat. I highly, strongly urge you, do not eat leaves from potatoes, red or white, russet, Idaho. Do not eat them. They're poisonous. They'll make you sick. But sweet potatoes, thumbs up. Sweet potato leaves are clear to eat. I have eaten them myself. I guinea pig myself. I have cancer. Why not? I have no problems guinea pigging myself. If I'm supposed to, quote unquote, die anyway, I have no fear of trying new things. I'm excited about the fruits on this apple cactus, this Peruvian apple cactus. One of those fruits is getting really big up there at the top. That thing is looking good. Look at that. That bad boy's looking real good. He's gonna be yummy. The other ones are kind of small, but they're still working on it. But this one here, I got a feeling he's gonna be the first, and he's gonna be so good. I've been struggling with this tomato plant here, but I'm losing the battle. I'm losing the battle. He put out new growth, and but the sun just keeps on beating them down. And I water them, but I'm losing the fight. I'm gonna lose this guy. May he rest in peace. I got some tomatoes here under the shade. They're looking good. Starting to change colors. But unfortunately it's not producing new flowers. So that's a sad thing. Again, I guess it's from the heat. I don't know what's causing the problem. Heat's the only thing I can think of. Because they get the water they need. So I don't know. This one here, this flower here is turning yellowish, so it's going bye-bye. It's gonna fall off. But I noticed that there's other flowers down here, and I'm hoping that perhaps they haven't turned yellow or anything, so they very well may produce tomatoes for me. So that'll be good to have a few tomatoes off of that one. Don't get abundance of tomatoes in summertime because they can't stand the heat. They can't take it. Here's a wild growing basil. Hello, Mr. Payne. I don't know where he is. I know he's over there somewhere. These planes. I almost fell. But there's a propagated basil, and this one's a propagated basil. Again, that's where I just cut a piece off and shove it in the ground and let it grow. Can't get enough basil. I'm almost ready to cut this off and take it in and let it dry before bugs get to it or whatever. all of these tomatoes, they all went under stress. You can see in this particular section here, they dropped their flowers. So I think I'm probably just gonna have to cut this poor guy down and dispose of it, put him into the compost. But this guy here, I got one back here that's drying up and dying off, so I get rid of him as well. But these two over here in the front, these guys are doing pretty good. They're producing flowers. So they're doing something. So I'm proud of these guys. They tend to get more shade over here than the rest of the plants do. I'm not sure if there are flowers on this tomato plant, but I'm gonna give it a shake because, again, my eyes are being completely blinded by the sun. I cannot see what I'm doing. I do not know what is there, but I do know it's there. So I'll give it a shake. Here's our papaya, looking good, looking real good. And here, this thing here is a royal pain in my neck. This is a wild bamboo, spreading bamboo. Now, what has happened is, as you can see on the other side of the fence, I'm going to try to get out of the sun where the sun's not beaming my eyes constantly. There, I'm in a shady place now, somewhat shady. But you can see this bamboo plant that the neighbors had planted, and this thing has just gone rampant. It has spread into our yard, and a lot of times the trunks are large. Big, thick, large chunks of this thing growing, so I constantly have to cut it down as soon as I see it pop up. Some of them are very large, while others are very small. An example of small is this right here. This is a small piece of bamboo that's growing, and then of course the one I showed you up there by the tomatoes. But I constantly have to spray or cut back this thing that will not go away. It just keeps spreading. Here's a cluster growing against the fence that I'll have to see. This is a case where I want to use Roundup because this is, number one, it's an invasive species. It's not native to Florida. Here's some that are growing around my peach tree that I'll have to get rid of. But like I say, this is not native to Florida. It's an invasive species. It shouldn't even be here. But now these guys have planted it, and it's just wrecking havoc in my yard. The root system, it originates here against the fence, but has made it as far back as that yellow lamppost that's there in the backyard. So that just shows you the root system of this madness, this invasive, disgusting plant. So anyway, here's our papaya, and here's our beans that we planted all along the way here. They're not doing as good as I would hope that they would, but they're doing. They'll grow. They always have. But they look like a little stressed, but again, it's just this heat. It's a losing battle. Here, I cleared out the bottom of the crepe myrtle yesterday. Got rid of all of that junk. Have it looking nice down there instead of all cluttered with wild growing crepe myrtle plants. All the rest of the plants are looking good, and here I noticed I got some flowers growing on the pepper plants, and since I moved the pepper plants over here to this location, they're doing a lot well. So now this location right here is also going to be the future area of my filming. I think what I'm going to be doing is filming probably in the afternoon. I noticed there's a little less plane activity, but I'm hoping that in the process of filming that I don't disturb the neighbors. I don't want to bother anybody. Not everybody wants to hear my voice. So we'll see how that goes. But in this area, everything's doing good. Yeah, the rosemary's still growing. I pray for her that she do well and really flourish. I really love rosemary and really wanted to cry when the when we had died. It lived probably a good 10-15 years, I don't know, but it gave us more than our share of food. But then all of a sudden one day it just died. I don't know if it just outlived its life expectancy or if some kind of chemical got sprayed on it, but for some reason it died along with 2 other plants. But may it rest in peace, and it served its purpose. Here's a couple of individualized tomatoes. We'll see how these guys go. We'll keep an eye on them. They may be the first of the new crops that'll be planted once September rolls around, which is not too far away. Time seems to be going really fast. Right here is the area where I planted kiwi, so we'll see if we can get some kiwi growing in this section here from the pole over. If they grow, then I'll relocate them into individual pots. And then here I have a couple of cilantros that are growing, so I'm happy that they're growing. I would have hoped that more would have grown, but hey, 2 is better than nothing. I'll take what I can get. I sprayed the loquat with neem oil, and I've noticed that whatever's been munching on it's not munching on it anymore. So that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to this getting big. I intend to relocate it into a good place that'll bring about shade, but also bring about an awful lot of food, because twice a year it gives fruit that is absolutely delicious. You see, here we are in the backyard, and right there, one of those wild growing bamboos that I was talking about. All the way from there, all the way down to here. This is a wild growing bamboo, and this right here, the wild growing bamboo. So you can see how awful this thing is, and it spreads. Such beautiful little flowers on the cantaloupe. I hope that they make cantaloupe. As a child, I didn't like cantaloupe. I wasn't crazy about it. No, it's not that I didn't like it. It just wasn't my thing. But I'm hoping that now that I'm a lot older, that maybe my tastes have changed and I'll enjoy this. I'm hoping. Lord willing. And here my prize papaya, which just keeps growing and growing. This guy is just doing absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna have to get a stake. I have small stakes in there right now, but I'm gonna be changing that to larger ones. I'm really excited about this. I'm very excited about this. Let's see how Mrs. Squash is doing. Still, actually finally got a flower budding right there. I'm not sure if you can see it again. I got sun issues with the eyes, but there's a flower, and that one's a male. So, you know, I'm not overly excited about him. I care less, but where there's male, there will be female to follow, and then once that happens, we start getting some zucchini squash to eat. Yesterday I did harvest the beans, but now here today I found another bean that's ready to harvest. That I didn't notice him yesterday, but I'll have to come back later today and nip him off. Look down on top of the pineapple, see if this thing's gonna make a flower at any time. It looks like it wants to, but we'll see. Beans back here, they're all looking good. They like the shade, no heat, nice. Yeah, I just videotaped these beans, I think yesterday, these two particular ones, but they've grown quite a bit, as you can see, in just a day. So they've kind of like doubled their size. And then if you look down there, you can see that one hanging there. So yeah, these guys are making us some beans. And unfortunately, got something growing here. Some kind of a weed from the neighbor's yard. I thought it was an aphid infestation, but yeah, here's another. This is a bean plant where I dropped a seed and it started to grow. So I just threw a brick around it to protect it, and as you can see, it's grown this tall. But now here at the tip, for some reason, it's withered. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it's withered. I'll take it off. Maybe there's some kind of sickness there. I don't know. But anyway. As you can see, sweet potatoes. You got sweet potatoes starting right here. I have some sweet potatoes here. Sweet potatoes all along here. One batch there. One there. And then all the way down the row. Now keep in mind, all these sweet potatoes, they came from one sweet potato. They came from just one sweet potato. It put out roots, it grew, put it in water, let it root, and every time it would make a branch, I would cut it and stick it in the ground. A lot of the branches came off of the one that's growing wild in that pot up in the front there. But now I'm at the point where I could still cut and stick them in the ground, but I just don't feel like it. It's so hot, and I've been trying to keep my work to a minimal because I'm getting tired. So I think I have a lot of sweet potatoes there, and I think that they'll give me what I'm hoping for, which is 90 pounds. I'm praying to God that He would bless me with 90 pounds of sweet potatoes. That's my prayer. I'm going to take a quick jump to the other side of this fence. And now, as I had mentioned before, on Thursdays I use, so day 5, I use to mow the lawn or cut the bushes, whatever needs to be done. Last week I cut the grass on Friday, so I'll be cutting it actually a day early now. But that's okay, it'll make my life easier. It'll be easier to cut. We haven't had any rain, so I should be able to go through it pretty quickly and with minimal effort. So I'll get that out of the way, that way I can get back onto my weekly pattern. Now before I mow the grass, I walk the property and I look around. We do have dogs. So I'll collect up the dog business, and then as I'm walking, I also inspect like this bougainvillea plant that's growing here. This thing is like just killed the fence. I mean, it's unbelievable what this thing has done to this fence, and a lot of this damage came from the hurricane last year. But what I'll be doing is preventing this thing from getting wild. So I take these young saplings that are growing all over the place. Again, I cannot see you. I am blind because of the sun. But I'll pass through, and I'll take off all of these little things. That way the plant will maintain itself. It's better than breaking out the big heavy piece of equipment to trim it back and to get stuck, because this thing's got some nasty thorns on it. I don't know if you can see it. Trying to find it, but you see that thorn right there? This thing's got some nasty, nasty thorns on it. I mean, they just tear you up. This plant ain't no joke. Why a person would even want this thing, I don't even know. It makes no sense why people love this plant. It does make a beautiful flower. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The flower that it makes is stunning. It's beautiful. And it comes in a variety of different flowers, but it's not worth the pain to me. It's not worth the pain. You see how long that thorn is. It's just completely not worth the pain. All right, well, that was quite an adventure trying to rescue the cat, but we took teamwork between me and my stepdaughter and granddaughter. We were able to round up the cat. I had to actually go into the community that's on the other side of this fence, and Lord have mercy, it's like a jungle over there. It's scary. It's like I'm gonna have to go inside and check myself for ticks, because it's just a terrifying place. I can't believe people would leave their yard grow in that manner, and I know that people live there because I hear them talking. But as you can see, I'm pulling this stuff off, but that's what I'll be doing as the day progresses. I'm pulling off those little fledgling things and keep this thing under control, because what happens is when the hurricane comes, the wind whips this thing around and moves it back and forth to the point that, look at the damage that it did to this fence. It's just unbelievable. And I just tore it up. So really it's these bougainvillea branches that are actually keeping the fence secure, and allowing our animals to not leave the property. Yeah, this is hurricane damage from that hurricane we had last October. Can't remember what its name was, but whatever it was October 2024. So he was a pretty violent hurricane. Not so bad for us. I mean, this is pretty much the worst that we get when hurricane season comes, is fences down. We don't get a whole lot of damage. Tree branches from the oak tree up there. As you can see, I've got tree branches on the power line. Yesterday I spoke with a KUA guy to have him come and remove these branches away from the power lines here, so that we don't have issues once the hurricanes move in. I hope he follows through and takes care of this, because it is the electric company's responsibility to keep the trees away from power lines. So I'm gonna place us on pause for a moment. Now back to this bougainvillea area that I'm working on. I'm also going to be clearing out the weeds. There are a lot of weeds that are growing all along, so I'll just manually go through and pull all that stuff away. That way it's easier for when I cut the grass and keep things nice and tidy, and keep critters from hiding down in there. Keeps the snakes away. They got nowhere to hide. And not that we have a major snake problem. We have a black racer snake that lives around here, and we have a corn snake that lives around here. Of the two, I prefer the corn snake because it eats the rats. The racer, on the other hand, he's not so friendly. Number one, he's a very aggressive snake, and number two, he eats the lizards, which are my friends, as you very well know. So I try to keep the area clear and free from snakes from being able to hide, and that way it protects our little lizard friends, and let these racers go somewhere else. The rats, they're always hanging around, so the corn snake, he ain't going anywhere. I don't have to worry about him leaving, but the black racer, though, we want him gone. So I'm gonna continue my way around. You got this large piece of metal pole here. Looks like copper. Got this piece of metal pole here, and I'd say this thing's about 8 feet tall. And what I intend on doing is using it to support the Peruvian apple cactus. One of them I'm going to cut down into sections, and the other one I'm going to leave stand. That would be the one that has fruit. And I'll use this as support so that the storms and the wind won't knock it over. Keep it safe. Once it's done producing fruit, then I'll section that one off down too, to create a bunch more of those cactuses. And look who's out to visit. It's Hope. She's a pleasant sight. She's a pretty girl. She's a bad girl. She wants to get in trouble all the time. But for the most part, she's a good girl, right? She's a good girl. She likes to lick. She likes to lick a little bit too much. If she was a different kind of an animal, she'd be a lick-a-lot-of-puss. But she's a good girl. Right, Hope? You good girl? Yeah? Yeah? What do you see? Do you have anything you want to say? Huh? Anything you want to say? Alright, well, hey, don't lick the screen. Okay, she is like in my face and in the camera's face. Alright, she's a good girl. Let's go do something else. There's those bushes that I squared off last week. I can see a sprig there to the right. It's already done popped up. And this cross, this has history. My father-in-law built that, and it started going bad this year, leaning and wood rotting. So I made some replacement repairs to it, and re-supported it and gave it a nice little paint job, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And it's probably, of all the stuff that my father-in-law made, and believe me, he made lots of things, I think that's probably the best thing he ever made. Praise be to God, praise be to Jesus. Well, now here's an interesting project that I want to work on. This is another bougainvillea. Again, my personal feelings towards bougainvillea are, I can't stand them. But, you know, sometimes you have to make the best of things, and that's what I intend to do with this particular bougainvillea. Now, the plan is first I've cleared the base of this bougainvillea, and I've removed all of its thorns. That way, nobody can get hurt on this plant. I'm going to continue to remove the leaves until it reaches about a height of the fence. At which point I'm going to begin to train this plant to grow over the fence. I'm going to build a giant trellis on the other side of the fence, and it's going to become an area where you can pull your car up, and it will be like a natural carport. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. So the intent is to add another 4x4 post there, and probably down at the property line another 4x4 post there, and I'll cover the top with beams, and then begin to train the bougainvillea to grow up over top of the vehicles that we park. So it'll serve as many purposes. One, it'll serve as a carport. Two, it'll serve in the manner that we can actually enjoy the flowers that it produces, because although it has thorns, it does produce a very beautiful flower. There was something else, but now I forgot. See how easily I forget. But yeah, I have 3 intents. So carport, yeah, the thought's gone, but maybe it'll come back. But anyway, that's the intent. You know, that's what I intend on doing. I'm gonna bring us around to the other side and show you how it looks from there. So now you can see how the cars are parked up against the fence. So the intent is to bring the 4x4 post down at this corner, and bring a 4x4 post up to about this corner. So, and then allow the bougainvillea itself to canopy itself out, where it can provide shade to the front of the windows. Because right now I'm facing south and north has shade, but during the summertime the sun is directly overhead, so that becomes irrelevant, and the sun just beats the living daylights out of our dashboards. And so I'm hoping that by running this natural carport right here, it'll cover our vehicles, and also bring beauty to the front of the house instead of having to look at just this plain old boring fence. So that's the plan. That's the plan for that. So that's a work in progress. It's going to take patience. It's going to take time, but I hope the Lord lets me live long enough to complete it. But that's in His hands. That's His decision. And here's one of the flowers that this is beginning to develop. This is a small one, and it gets a lot bigger, but this is an orange species, but there's other species that come red and purple and all different kinds of colors and stuff. But yeah, I got the idea in celebration to make this, and but I took it a different step in the manner that I'm going to use it, in the aspect of bringing about shade to the vehicles and using it as a partial carport type thing. So now I also have out front here this little project where my father-in-law, before he passed, he had taken a lot of old stone material and broken it up, and slowly was gonna, I guess, put it out for trash or something. I'm really not sure what his full intentions were, but all in all, it needs to be disposed of. And So that's another plan that I have to do today, is to number one, take pruning shears and cut back all of these wild growing oak trees and dispose of them, and slowly but surely, little bits at a time, I take these rocks and I put them into the trash bins. We have 2 of them. I don't put too many in there because they get really heavy and stuff, and you know, I don't want the trash cans to break when the machine comes by to pick them up. And this big block of brick, I'm gonna use that for something. That's not gonna go to the trash. I have a plan for that, but once I get around to doing it, I'll show you what it is. But yeah, I plan on doing something with it. But yeah, I want to get this area all cleaned up and looking nice, not looking cruddy. Everything else is looking good. Grass is still pretty short out here. So I don't know if I'm going to be mowing the grass out here or not. And then there's my stepdaughter. She's done pulled up.
How are you?
I'm good.
You recording?
Just figure I'd let you know you are live right now on the Papa Guac show.
Hi.
This is my daughter Stephanie. This is Stephanie Guac. I'm going to pause you for a minute. Yeah, this concludes my plans for today, for day 5, and so now I'm going to go do a devotional, number 22, and Lord willing, I'll have peace from airplanes. You know, it's very hot right now, but I'm going to get it done anyway. Got a neighbor up there mowing along, but I'm gonna do the devotional and take care of my chores and mow the grass, and as always, drink plenty of water and all that good stuff. So this is going to conclude my video for today, unless I get lucky and something else pops up that I get to add to the day. But otherwise, this is it, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye now. And I thought my day was over, but I just happened to pass by the cherry tomatoes, and I noticed that they yesterday they were green. Today they're starting to turn orange and red soon. And one of the black cherry tomatoes, he also is changing colors. He is no longer that green color with the blackish on top, but he is now beginning to turn orange. He'll get a lot darker reddish orange with this black on top once he's completely ripe. But he could be taken off the vine right now if I wanted to, but I'll leave him sit there for maybe another day or so. And same with those guys there before taking them off for the critters, something get to them. But that was a pleasant surprise. I didn't notice that this morning, but I'm noticing it now. So figured I'd go ahead and add that to this video, this day 5 video. So Turtle, she's over there going crazy. And I am filming completely backwards for some reason. No, I'm not backwards. The Turtle, she's over there going crazy. So I got the hose right there. To cool the water down because the sun gets so hot. It's unbelievable how hot that sun gets. And that water gets burning hot. So I let it run for a few minutes, and then I'll drop it into the pool there to cool down the water for her. So that's the plan for now. I've weeded the yard, and soon I'll be mowing the lawn, and by the time that's all said and done, I'll be plenty good and exhausted. So, but for the time being, that's it for now. So maybe there'll be more, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see you soon. So here I am. I am still on day 5 and doing things. I have not done any devotionals today, but tomorrow I intend on strictly devoting my day to doing devotionals. Planes or no planes, I give up. I can't, I just have to deal with it. I got a plane going over me right now. There just is no peace in regards. I'm going to videotape, and planes will interrupt me. So it's just something I have to accept, I guess. It's not something I like, but unfortunately it's something I have to accept. Holy smokes. I see a humongous green anole, the biggest anole I have ever seen. It might not even be an anole, it could be something else. But whatever it is, holy smoke. This thing is huge. See if I can somehow get this thing in focus. There it is. There it is. Alright, come on phone, focus. I am about 15 feet away from this thing, whatever it is. But if this is a green anole, then it... I lost him again. I can't see. Oh gosh, filming by yourself stinks. Oh, please don't leave. I don't know where this darn thing went. I'm gonna have to zoom back out again. I am an ultra camera person. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. We'll get a little bit of a better shot. But there he is, coming in times 10. And there it is. I don't know what this thing is, but I can assure you this thing is about a foot long. It is the biggest green lizard I have ever seen. I don't know what it is, and I'm amazed at this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable. It's so good to know that there are things like that around this house that are still undiscovered. Monstrosities like this beautiful lizard. I'm gonna come back out 5. Come on, camera, focus. And now he's on the move. I don't know where he went now. He went on the move and I lost him. Might be on the other side of the branch, but gosh, I don't know. Okay, never mind. There he is. I just found him. See if I can. There he is. I mean, this thing is amazing. I have never seen a lizard here where I live as big as this lizard is. Like I say, this thing is about 12 inches long, and Please forgive me for the poor camera. I don't know where he went now. There he is. I keep losing him. That stick is kind of like in the way of his face. But this thing is just magnificent. I've truly never seen anything like this. This is fantastic. This will get its own video along with day 5. But yeah, this is spectacular. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. This thing is beautiful. I wish I could give him a mealworm. But anyway, thank you God for showing me this. This is just beautiful. I'm gonna keep making my walk. I'll create a separate short out of that. But I have gone through and did a weeding all along everything. And I'm about to mow the grass to make my life easier with the weeding that I've done. So I'm gonna mow the lawn and then hopefully call it a day. And then we'll talk again tomorrow. But we got this special treat. I'm gonna go inside my house now, and I'm gonna grab my wife and my daughters and granddaughter, and I'm gonna bring them out and pray to God that that wonderful creature is still there. So, and he is, as of right now, he is still there. So, let's see if there he is. Yeah, see, there he is. Beautiful. What a beautiful animal. I've never seen anything like it in my life, ever. It's beautiful. Thanks be to Jesus for this. Okay, we'll see you guys. Bye now. Well, the day is done. Everything is as it should be. Yeah, I'm not sure what time it is right now. He just keeps flipping around, but it's not letting me show. But anyway, I don't know. It's around 5 o'clock or so, and I don't know where she's racing off to. But the day's done. The lawn is mowed. All my chores are done. Everything is as it should be. I'm wondering if she wants to lay eggs again. It's a rather peculiar behavior that she's doing right there. That's not really normal. But anyway, that's it for day 5. So I'm gonna take me a rest, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna give her some food, and that's that. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for day 6. Bye now. Then this is July 4th, and I'm going to level off these bougainvillas. I wanted to do this yesterday on the 3rd, but I wasn't feeling so great, so I'm doing it today. Then afterwards, I'm going to mow the grass. Again, typically these are the kind of things that I would do on a Thursday, but today I'm going to do it. I've got nothing better to do, and I feel a bit energetic, so I'll do it now before the rain moves in. But I'll be evening out the tops of these bougainvillas, and then I'll be mowing the grass. The bush has been mowed. It is nicely squared off with the fence. I started my project at 11:30, and it is now 2 o'clock, and I got this guy weeded out, and the lawn is nicely cut, ready to enjoy my Saturday. everything is looking good and ready to do some filming on Sunday. Tomorrow being Saturday, I'll rest. But everything is nice in the way that it should be. Thanks be to God who gave me the strength to be able to do this, because without Him, this wouldn't be done. To Him be all of the glory. And now a wonderful thunderstorm is upon us to bring us rain to cool us down from this heat. Again, thanks be to God for the strength that He gives me to be able to enjoy doing the gardening. Because without Him, I'd be just laying in a bed, wasting away. Thank you, God. In Jesus' name, thank you. Amen. And I'll see you in a few days. Good morning, everyone. This is Papa Guac here, and I'm here at the site of that crazy old lizard we saw yesterday. Oh, Lord willing, I hope I see that guy again. He's made himself at home up here in this tree, and I hope he comes back and pays a visit. I actually hope he crosses the fence and comes over into our property. That would be pretty fantastic. That would be unbelievable. We are on day 6 now. I just got done recording a devotional, which will be aired probably not until August. I'll do some editing on it, very little. I don't edit the videos, they're raw. The videos are raw. I just get behind the camera and just speak about whatever it is the Lord puts in me. I don't script any of it. There's not one video that I have, whether it's a devotional or speaking about animals or right now this very moment. You know, none of it is scripted. It's just little old me just talking and having a conversation with you. But today is day 6. Now last week I recorded a day 6 where I trimmed the bushes and mowed the lawn. I'm going to attach that video to this one. So that'll be in here under day 6, along with whatever else I do today. But it's not really going to be much because I've pretty much done everything that I want to do. I mean, there might be something that might come up, maybe some strange animal or something, or Lord only knows what's going to come my way. But I'll be sure to have my phone with me, and I'll be ready to, Lord willing, be able to catch it on film and get it videotaped. So, but that's it. Today's just going to be a pretty relaxing day. Like I say, I intend to do several devotional readings. I may work on that fence line way up there. I haven't worked on the fence line. I still got to get that stuff swept up, and we haven't had rain in a few days, which is really, really good, because it'll make it really easy for me to sweep this stuff up and get rid of it. So it's a lot easier to sweep it up than to mess around with it when it's wet, because it's been raining and all that crazy stuff. So so I if I have the energy and the strength, I'll probably take care of that. Got an airplane flying by. You can see I got the sun in my eyes, the plane's over my head, and you know, always something pestering me. Never seems to end, but I don't know. Obviously, you know, there's just nothing I can do about it. But here I am, constantly complaining about it. Shame on me for complaining, but I can't help it. It's annoying. And I hope you understand. I hope you can understand my annoyance. Look at that. Crawling on the wall over there out of the blue. Let me zoom in on this. See, that's what I mean. You never know what you're going to find around this place. There's this random green anole just running around over there. So that's a pleasant sight to see. This year is the first year that I've seen a lot of these anoles. Years past, it was only Cuban anoles, but this year, these green anoles, they're all over the place. And after that monstrosity that I saw yesterday with the Cuban night anole, I'm guessing that the reason these guys are here are probably the same reason that the Cuban night anole is here, and that is because of deforestation. These guys got nowhere to go, so here they are. They're tearing down the forest, building houses around nearby here, and so these animals are displaced. Look at that instantly. Look at how amazing that is. In just a few moments, from running across the wall, green and beautiful as can be, approaches the piece of wood, and then turns himself brown to camouflage. What a neat gift God has given that animal. I love it. It's beautiful. We got lizards all over the place. I got a lizard here running around on the fence. Right there. There he is. Just as adorable as can be. I don't know if he's here for me, if he's somebody I know, because they all look the same. So it's, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, you know, who's who. But yeah, he's gone now. But he, you know, he might he might eat from me. I don't know. But they're my friends. I like them. That's a different one. That's a female that I'm looking at right now. Up here on the chair. Right there. Yeah, there he goes. Camera shy. He just ran away. Down to this blue pole. He's right there. So those two may become husband and wife, so I think I'm going to take the camera off in case they decide to begin to take care of their business. So, but yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day, and as you can see, let me zoom back out. I've got everything all prepped up and ready to go, and I got quite a bit of stuff done this week, and later on this evening, before sunset, I'll speak about the Sabbath, because I don't do anything on the Sabbath. I rest. That's what the fourth commandment tells us to do. It says, remember the Sabbath, it's a day of rest. So that's what I do. And I've searched high and low in God's Word, and nowhere have I been able to find that that commandment number 4 given to Moses from God is null and void and no longer in effect. I haven't found that in the Bible. So if there's anybody out there that's watching this and they have information in regards to the Sabbath, supporting that we can just disregard it. If there's any information in regards that support that, please leave a comment and help me out. Because if, you know, I'm just curious to know. Because I don't know. The only thing I know is what the Bible tells me. And I've searched high and low to find where it's no longer in effect. But I haven't found it. So, yeah, if there's anybody that has any kind of information in regards to that, please feel free to leave a comment and share your opinion. I started a new playlist. It's called Papa Guac's Thoughts, where I just share my own personal opinions on things and thoughts. They're not beliefs, it's not preaching, but it's just basically a playlist where something might pop into my head and I just want to speak about it and share it. So that's an exciting new thing. So be on the watch for that new tab. I've already got a couple of videos posted in there already. But that's all that I gotta say for now, and we'll see how the rest of this day 6 goes, and I'll keep you guys filled in. But no matter what, later this evening before sunset, I'll check back in and do an extra speaking, which will cover my day 7. And my throat is scratchy. Everybody in my family has COVID, but just so you know, my scratchy throat is just phlegm that's kind of built up. I do not have COVID. The Lord has placed a bubble of protection around me and prevented me from getting COVID. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. But also at the same time, I feel so bad for my family because they do have it. And I pray that the Lord heal them quickly, which He has. Most of them are all on the mend, and they're all going to be fine. They were not hospitalized. They got fevers that spiked out at about 102, close to 103, and but everybody's on the mend. But praise God, I didn't get it, and if I do have it, it's very mild. But I do have this little like phlegmies in my throat for some reason, which keeps making me have to go clear my throat. But it's not because I'm sick, because I am not sick. I do not have a fever. I am not weak. I am working. I am perfectly fine. I am doing very well for a person that has a terminal brain tumor and living with a bunch of people that has COVID-19. So praise be to God. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll check back in with you guys later on. So if something comes up, I'll be sure to record it. But if it just ends up being just a relaxing day of nothing, then I'll just check back in before sunset and give a little talk in regards to day 7, the Sabbath. Commandment number 4. Remember the Sabbath. That's what we're going to speak about. Those words. Remember the Sabbath. Yep. I'll see you in a little while. Bye, guys. Well, I got a friend here. This is Hope. She's following me around. Hey, Hope. Psst. Come on. Hey. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. What you doing? Hey. Psst, psst. Are you a good girl? Huh? Anyway, last week I did day 6. I pre-recorded day 6 where I did the Bougainvillea. So the video is going to start with last week's day 6, and then we'll continue to move on through. So I'm just throwing this bit of information out there as a reminder to everyone that part of day 6 was actually recorded last week on day 6. So now another little project that I have that I want to take care of is the thorns that are on these Bougainvillea plant that's here. We have bougainvilleas that run all the way down the back of our property here, that run all the way down, I never got around to cutting the thorns off of these bougainvilleas, and when I'm down there weeding and stuff, I come up and stand up, and them thorns hit me in the head and stab me, and they cut my arms, and it's just a disgusting plant. I absolutely can't stand it. If I had my way, I'd dump gasoline on it and burn it, but unfortunately, there are people that I live with that like it and love it, so therefore it stays. So I don't have a choice. But what do? You make the best of it. And how do you make the best of it? You cut off the thorns. You make life easy on yourself. You can protect yourself. So that's what I'm going to do. By the time it's all said and done, it's going to be nice and smooth like this branch with no thorns on it whatsoever. Nice and safe, and I won't have to worry about getting injured while I'm back here working, doing weeding and trimming. So that's going to be a great thing. So that's something that I'll probably do today, and it's a no-brainer. It's one of those things where you just kind of do it and meditate and maybe think about God and or maybe just not think about anything at all. Just clear your head. But you can see this one. I've cleaned some bougainvillea, some of the thorns off of some of these plants. Here's a small piece of new growth, and there's another one right here, and I pick those suckers off before they get big. There's another one up there. Again, I just click them off before they get big. It exposes their thorns, and which allows me to find them easier, and then I just cut those thorns off, and it keeps me nice and safe and comfy. I've already done up to about this point right here, so I still have a little bit left to do, but that little bit has a lot. So although it's a little bit, it's going to be a time-consuming task, but again, got nothing better to do. And it's relaxing, it's meditating. Here's another one that's a fresh grown, but you know, look at the thorn on that thing. And then when it turns brown, it's even worse. I lost the plant here. It's even worse. I mean, it hurts. Here's a branch that I cut at one point. I haven't picked this up and thrown this in the trash as of yet, but that thorn, once the wood turns hard like this, that's when them thorns really get ugly and really inflict an unbelievable amount of pain onto a person that's grooming these plants. I'm personally very much against them, but since I have to deal with them, I'll make the best of it, and I keep them clean and free of the thorns so that I don't get myself injured. You can see on these branches that I've got all of this stuff nice and clean, so there's no thorns. I'm not going to get hurt by this at all. So that's the intent. I don't want anybody to get hurt, really. I'm not doing it just for myself. You know, I'm working for the Lord, and I know the dangers of this plant, and if I don't take care of it and somebody gets hurt, that falls on me, and I don't want that falling on me. So I see to it to try to keep everything as safe as I possibly can, and so that nobody gets hurt, because, you know, that's the name of the game. We have to take care of each other. We don't want each other to get hurt by anything, at any time, any place, anywhere. We just want to live happy and peace without problems, no matter what they are. And everything in this life, in one way or another, can bring us problems, including plants. So, if you own a bougainvillea, if you really love it, take the thorns off. But if you don't really love it, have a barbecue. Cook that sucker. That's my recommendation. So, in time, we're going to fix this fence, but it's all hurricane / bougainvillea damage. It's unbelievable what it's done to this fence. I'm just amazed by it. So, that's all that I have for now. Just me rambling on, and basically all I wanted to do is just remind you that when this video starts and it shows day 6, it's actually going to start from a week ago today, and then it will jump into today, to today. So that's how the process will be in regards to day 6. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. And again, as always, if something comes up, I'll be sure to pop in here and tell you all about it. So see you again, either soon or this evening. We'll see you. Bye now. Well, the way I spent my afternoon was basically pulling weeds around the car there. Some weeds were growing up around the tires, and oak trees are growing everywhere up, so I cut them all down and made it all good and stuff. I still got to pick it up and throw it all away, but it's better than this shaggy mess that it was. And out here again was the same thing. Was a big old shaggy mess of weeds. So you can see here where I've done collected up all these weeds and stuff, and preparing to dispose of these rocks and those weeds. So, but I'm tired, and I'm gonna save that stuff, and I'll take care of this stuff on Monday. Not Monday, but on Sunday. So that's pretty much it for today. I don't really intend on doing much of anything else today. I'll just relax and start the Sabbath early. I took a couple of those cherry tomatoes off of that tomato plant there, and took them inside before the animals get them. And I also came across a discovery, which is of bad news, sad news actually. The tadpoles, I noticed boat-tailed grackles have been coming around the bird feeder here, and I haven't seen as many tadpoles in the bird bath today, and so I'm wondering if these boat-tailed grackles are coming over here and picking it down in there and eating them, because they're disappearing. I don't have as many tadpoles all of a sudden. I mean, this is like all of a sudden. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out and see if I can't figure that out. But I was able to sweep and clear a lot of this debris from the base of the fence, so the water should be smooth and running smoothly when it rains, and till it all blocks up eventually again. It's a repetitive cycle that just continues. I saw a green anole earlier, and he was over here. He hangs around over here in this area here, and I noticed he had some black. There's an anole right there, but he's not the one. He doesn't have black around his eyes, but you see him down there at the bottom of the ladder, all nice and green. Now he's gonna be shy and wander off, but he's getting like kind of dark at the face there. It's kind of making me wonder if it could be a juvenile of that anole that we saw the other day. Maybe this is a baby one of those. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna see if I can lure him outwards so that we can get a better view by sliding my hand. There we go. He just peeked his head up, and yeah, he does. He has some black behind his eye, I noticed. So it's got me wondering if maybe he's a juvenile Cuban night anole. I don't know. I guess time will tell if we start seeing these big giant monsters around here. Like I say, in the community that's here behind us, they're clearing land in a certain area, and the wildlife's got to go somewheres. I was gonna cut the thorns off of the bougainvillea, but I just pooped, and I just don't feel like it, so I'll do that on like another day. I just don't feel like doing it today. But yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much call it a day and relax, because I am very, very tired. And so tomorrow is the seventh day. God said, remember the seventh day. And you know, that's what I intend to do, is remember the seventh day. I do no work on it. So if I can help it, I try not to do work. I mean, sometimes things come up and you have to do work, but I try to make an effort to keep myself positioned where I don't have to do work. And it's worked out good for me, and I've been doing that ever since I learned about it in August of 2022, so it's nothing new to me. I've been doing it for a while. That over there, crawling up the fence by the crepe myrtle, is that Cuban anole. He followed me over here. He's over there near that blue bungee cord that's hanging right there. He's climbing up there. Now he's on the tree. I don't know if you can see him, but he's on the tree just above the blue bungee cord. He just put out his little red thing. He's climbing up. But they keep an eye on me. See if I'm going to throw him a treat or something. But I've never seen so many of those things that I have this year. Years past, I never saw them. But like I say, they've cleared that land back there, so I have no choice but to assume that all that wildlife is taking refuge over here, and I'm fine with that. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the Sabbath. I'll just rest. I read my Bible. I'll listen to relaxing music, and just that's pretty much it. I don't really do much of anything. And then usually I've done so much work on Friday, I'm so exhausted that I don't even want to do anything anyway. So even if I didn't honor the Sabbath, I probably still wouldn't do any work on Saturday. But I enjoy following the Sabbath and not work, and I feel rested. It's a good thing that God did in making that, so that we are rested. We need one day. There's a time in my life where I was worked 7 days a week, sometimes for many weeks in a row, and just to be exhausted, it takes its toll on you. It beats you down. But having that one day to just rest and focus on creation, focus on God, is just it's just beautiful. And ever since I learned about it and began to practice that, I thank God for it. I thank God for giving us the Sabbath. He knows all things. He knew what he was doing. It is a great idea. He already knew that. So, this about wraps it up for today. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'll see you again soon someday. Take care. And may God bless you all. Bye now. This is the end of a week with Papa Guac. Bye now.